Yeah, everything is
Uh,
fine.
yes. Ravi, like
Yeah,
I have found out in
Ah,
which
yes.
situation or scenario we will get this kind of problem, like when we need to change the port number of a config client, like in which
Yes, yes.
scenario.
Yes, the scenario is what? Like in the real time, right? By default, port number we are not using. In the real time, whenever we are implementing our external config, right? And external config only we are using in the real time. So at the time we are using our port number, our host name, right? So because based on that, here local host is there. In the real time, what is that IP address is there based on the local host, right? So it's not
Okay.
meaning that yeah, our config server is running in different machine, and what is that our microservices is running in different machine, and what our git is running what our in the global, and we are using in the real time private account of what git, not a public, right? So
Okay.
so in this situation what will happen now, we need to change the port number, right? A specific port number will be there. Based on that port number what we are, and IP address of that computer or that machine or that server, we are taking the IP address of that system, and we are taking our own port number. In this kind of situation we are using this one. Here we are doing the practical and we are learning the subject. In the real time, what that one, this one only we are using.
Got it, Ravi. Thank you.
Got it?
And clear, Ravi,
yes,
clear.
sir.
Yes, so good. So now then what we will do it now, so some specific, what is that, somewhat extra things we need to implement, right, in our what application. So we will give this parent project, right? Before this config client execute some property, from their from that property, what change this port number and URL, and make that what config server, right? Make config server based on make that a config server also to run what in that port number. So that property name is what? Bootstrap property.
Bootstrap.
Bootstrap property, right? So what we will do it now, what we will do it now, in our microservices we will write one property, right? And we will give that property name is what? We will give that property name is what? Bootstrap property. What we will give now?
Bootstrap.
Yeah,
Bootstrap property.
bootstrap property. Bootstrap properties. And what we will do it now, what we will do it now, this property will not work. And what we will do it now, this key we will place inside that what? This key we will place inside that what? That property. Clear?
Yes, sir.
and
Yes,
and
Ravi, clear.
then what will
Yes, sir.
happen now, whenever our parent project, right, config code parent project will execute, first what will happen now, this property will execute, right? This property will execute. After then what will happen now, this URL will come to what? This parent project. After then what? After then our client code will execute, a config client code will execute, then it will run. This is the process of what? Changing the port number of what? Our config server. Clear, guys?
Conflict line.
It's easy.
Yes,
Using this diagram
Yes,
I made that what? Our concept easy or not, guys? Come on.
yes, Ravi, it is very clearly understandable.
Ravi, very clear, Ravi.
So now let's do the same things in our project, guys. Okay, let's do the same things in our what project, and we will see that, right? Because we seen that even we changed it, using property, microservices property, but this one is not working. Come on, it's working.
Yes, not
Working or
working.
not? Not working,
Not
na?
working, Ravi. Not working.
So now, good guys. So what we will do it now? Now I'm stopping again the same application. Okay, I'm stopping the same application, and what we are doing now, just open the microservices property resource, right? Resources, and here only what we will do it now, we will create one property now, right? One property. That property file name, what we will give it now, guys? Boot
Bootstrap property.
Bootstrap property.
bootstrap property, right? We bootstrap property now. Good. And inside that, what we will do it now, we will place this key. We will place this key inside that property now, right?
Yes,
Yes,
Ravi.
Ravi.
then what will happen now? This property will execute before this property, means what? Before our what? First, what is that? This property will execute, then our config client code will execute, then this property will execute, right? Then this property will execute. So now what I'm going to do now, just what we placed or not? Yeah, we placed, right? 99 na. So what I'm going to do now, just again I'm going to run what? Again I'm going to run what? Our Eureka server. Now run our Eureka server, right click, run Eureka server. This one we are placing inside that microservices, but this file is executed based on their parent project only. Inheritance concept, guys, inheritance concept. Anybody, do you remember? Whenever we are overriding our method, overriding our method, right? So in the
Child one will
same
execute.
method, whenever based on that method reference we are calling, right, same method, then what will happen? Our child method is calling na, child method logic is executing na. Come on,
Correct,
Yes,
correct.
Ravi.
Child one will execute.
same things are happening here also, right? Same things happening here also, right? So now microservices, right? Microservices, run our microservices. Yes, now observe our console now. Now what is the port number now, guys? What is the port number?
9988.
It's
Double
changed.
nine, double nine.
Double nine, double nine.
Only, Ravi.
It's changed or not? Change it, right?
Right.
Yes,
Yes,
Ravi.
right.
Using which
It's changed.
property? Using which property it's changed now?
Bootstrap
Bootstrap
property.
Bootstrap.
Properties.
So this is the very important question of interview guys. Okay, even you guys can understand,
Yes,
right?
sir.
You even a little bit tricky question is there. Definitely interviewer will ask or not. Come on.
Yeah, Ravi.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi. It's a tricky
Ravi.
question.
Yes.
If you say I will put this key and value, this key and value in property file, then that person will understand or not. You don't have any knowledge in microservices, or he will what he will tell.
Exactly, Ravi.
So many things, you know, whenever we are taking the interview, right, to finding this person is genuine or not, we have what so many questions. If we ask, like, right, we can find out that person is genuine, he's coming like that way, right? But you know, the sometime in the company also, right, we don't want to pay more money for that resources. So what we are doing now, just we are giving what 3 to 4 lakhs for that person, and we are hiring that person, and we are giving what that small task in the project, right? Because good resource for we are utilizing what, like coding things, right, in the real time. Whoever having good knowledge, right, we are giving the coding part, but it's not meaning that we in the project only coding part only. There are so many things, just we will give what, update this query, right, made these changes, do these things, right, for who don't have knowledge, right? So for those
Okay.
yeah, like this we are hiring in the company, right? Whenever we are taking the interview, right, based on our requirement, if need, right, just support for our project, right? So what we are doing now, just we are checking that whenever our synchron stand up call will be there, he can update or not our daily task in the sync call, as well as if we give the task, how much he's a dedicated person by taking the help of team, he can complete it or not. These things only we are checking that in the real time. It's not meaning that we are also finding what he is a totally right. What, when we are giving a hard interview, whenever having the people near about 7 years 6 years of experience, right, then our interview is different. 3 to 4
Yes.
yeah, 3 or 4 years experience. Just we are like what we are not expecting what that people what so much good in the subject, right? Just we are checking that ki if he is facing any issue or challenges in the like team, so how he can resolve it. Just we want to find these things in that person. If 5+ years of experience the people, if we are taking the interview, then our interview is different now. So because of that, improve your skills, guys. If your experiences is increasing, means what your interview also will become hard, because based on your experience only, they will give the package, na? So if they will because if means what, if 5+ years of experience minimum package, they will give what, 12 plus only, right? 12 plus only, so they will take the interview also, na, like that only. So just improve your skills, guys. Okay, improve your skills, that's it. So now it's working, right? Now it's working.
Yes, Ravi.
9999, right? The thing is, but what the server how this is, the thing is we need to change what that need, we need to change the port number inside that Eureka also, right? Eureka property, open the property previously by a recommended port number, right? No Eureka, no Eureka server, not that what, where that service config server, right? Config server previously, because it's a change, na. So this is what by default recommended port number, right? This is the recommended port number, and we changed, right? We changed the server dot port equal to 9999, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi. Yes.
But
9999.
not mandatory, right, Ravi? Changing is not mandatory, right?
Here no, here changing is mandatory, otherwise it will call what, 88 port number, right? No, sorry,
Okay.
this one will run on the 88 port number, right? But we need to run
Yeah,
this
that's
server
fine.
also in the port number of 99.
Okay.
Because of that,
Got
we
it.
need to change it, this one also. So
Okay.
now good. So what I'm going to do now I'm running all application again, right? So first, which one we will run? Eureka server config, right? So I'm
Eureka
running,
server.
yeah, run the Eureka server now. It's already running now, stop it. Microservices is what you need to update yourself every time, guys. Okay, see how drastically the version is changing now, when and directly they are removing the things also from the version. If they are changing the version directly, they are removing like what, load balancer client, they directly removed, right? Now Eureka server is running. Second one is what, config server we need to run. Now right click,
Yes.
config server is up now. Okay, so next one is what, microservices we need to, yes, right click, run microservice.
For the cloud config server.
Chrome, open the Chrome. Employee service is running now, click it. So here what is that, employee data was there, right?
Yes, Ravi, employee data.
Now see this, it's this data is coming from the like Git repository, na, yesterday only we placed, right?
Yes,
Yes.
from
Now it's working perfect or not, guys? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi. Perfect, clear.
Yes, Ravi.
So
Working.
we completed, guys. Okay, we learned what how to change the port number also. Now yesterday only you got the doubt. Even at today's session also you someone is said, right? What is your name now?
Sandeep Ravi.
Yeah, Sandeep, your doubt is clear.
Yeah, it's clear.
So give some time. Okay, if any doubt is there, keep in your brain, right? If I'm not completing that your doubt, right, then yeah, ask your doubt, right? So now let's prepare some interview questions also, right? So question is what is difference between application dot properties and
Bootstrap.properties.
bootstrap properties, right? Now anybody can tell?
Application.properties for the current instance only and bootstrap for parent.
Yes. So bootstrap property is loaded before what is that? Starting application, right?
The startup.
Before starting of application setup to fetch what is that? To fetch input from external sources and get external connection. Clear?
Yes, Ravi, clear.
So but the thing is, who is the executing this bootstrap property? That is also question now.
Yes.
Executed by Spring Cloud parent project. Parent and it is like what? Input. It is like input to what? Parent project. It is in parent project setup. Clear?
Yes, Ravi, clear.
And
Yes.
what now? Another one is what? Still application. We asked two question now. We given the explanation of what? Spring Boot, right? Sorry, Boot is startup, but application property also there, right? So now let's understand this one also. Application property. Application property is loaded while starting our application. Come on.
Yes, Ravi, yes.
Loaded while starting our application. Starting our application with what? Setup content. Setup content, right? Setup content like what? Database connection we are giving, guys. Come on. In the property
Yes,
only. Database connection,
Yes,
server
Ravi.
inputs,
Configuration.
etc. We are giving these things now.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
So like same things, okay, same things only, guys. Okay, if we seen that, right? If anybody want, right, if anybody want to see that what like the data is directly fetching or not our server, so the like what here change it, this one change it, right? So the application open the microservices, where that microservices property, application name we given,
Not
right?
that microservice. That is not microservice application.
This is the microservices application only, employee service. See this?
Yes, employee service. This is the microservices only.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. I'm my.
So here slash default, right? Hey, what is this? Something wrong? Okay. We changed the right.
Fault is for Eureka server, right?
Hmm? Why this one is not working? If config server not working, why?
Employee, is it the same thing we used, the name, EMPLOYE?
Oh, I'm doing wrong things.
I'm
Okay.
just asking,
So this one we will do inside that what is server port number, right? So here we will change it. No, we given here. Yes. What is your question now? Sorry, something you are saying, right?
Yeah, that just asked whether that the employee service application name is same or different. That's what I was.
No, just I'm loading that what our config server only, right? So I forgot yesterday I was like run, right? So
Can you open that Eureka homepage? From there you can.
no, Eureka homepage, no need, right? We need what is that config server property. Yeah, this is right. Copy this one. Change this one. And here, what is that 99 port number? Na? 9999. Hit it. Yes, it's coming, right?
Yeah.
It's loading.
Yeah, now it's coming.
Now I'm opening the same things in the browser, Chrome browser. See this Pushpendra is loading, right?
Yes, Ravi. Yes, Ravi.
Right. So
With the same port and application name itself, it will be registered in Eureka server, right?
Eureka
I
server,
mean,
see,
9999.
9999. Yeah, you in a
Okay.
Eureka server we changed, right? No. Sorry,
No,
Eureka.
the config server is registered
The
with
config
this port
server.
in Eureka server. Same
Yes.
thing. Yeah. That's why I asked. We can check
Mhm.
there. That way.
Yes.
Okay, Ravi.
Clear. Now clear, guys.
Yes, Ravi. Clear.
Anyone having any doubt related to changing the port number, refreshing whenever yesterday we stuck some time near about 30 minutes we wasted, but still we completed also, right? Refresh the scope.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi. Correct, Ravi.
Yes. So now this one also we done, guys. Okay. This one also we done now. This one also.
Config server port number 2.
This one also we done, right? So good. Let's understand what native server. Now everyone is ready to understand.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah, yes, Ravi.
Ravi.
Okay, guys. So guys, our discussion is good. I'll just
Discussion is good.
Interesting.
It's
Excellent.
good.
Good, Ravi. It's wonderful.
yes. Now, so our next discussion is what? Native config. Native config, right? Using what? Using system or system drive or dev machine. System drive or dev machine. This one is what in the real time, right? In the real time, the people are not using, guys. Okay, just what is that? For the knowledge sake we are learning, right? Knowledge sake, because this is the concept now. So okay. So this is what recommended in what dev or testing environment only, guys. Okay.
Okay, Ravi.
recommended in what? Dev are testing, are dev are test, right? Test environment, right? Dev are test environment, right? Environment, if we do not have what is that Git account link, so initially whenever we are deploying in the project, right guys, so they are not giving what, just now they are not giving what like credential of our what Git account, right? Credential of
Yes, Ravi.
what Git account, suddenly
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
not getting, right? So they are taking some time. So for that, to testing purpose, right? If we want to test our application, so for that what we are doing now, we are using what is that native config in our project,
Native
right?
color.
What I wrote here, machine, right? 1 minute, spelling is wrong here.
Which one recommended?
MACHI, sorry, yeah, recommended
Okay.
from
RECOMMENDED. Okay.
yes. Okay, no isolated we. Okay, so here what, so if we want what, if we do not, right, if we do not have Git account, Git account, right? Git account links, right? Links. Then what we are doing now, we are using what, native configuration in our project, right? But this is not recommended, right? In the real time, even no one is using also, right guys? No one is using. Okay, given by what, given by company client 8.
Only for testing purpose.
Yeah, only for testing purpose only we are using, not use. Okay, let's write it also, not used in production, not used in production, only what, only work from local
Non-product.
local machine, only work in local machine, right? We have what to change profile, but if we want to work, right, if we want to work, we need to do some changes in our application, guys. Okay, we need to do some changes, then it will work, right? Then it will work. So we need what, we need, we have need, or we need to change, change profile. We need to change what, profile as what, as a native, then this one will work. So how we can change the native now, how we can change the native? So we need to use what, one property, the key, right? That property key is what, spring dot profile, dot active equal to what, we will make native. Clear guys? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes.
Clear.
Yes, Ravi, clear.
So we need to give what, this key, right? This key, then what will happen now, our project will become what, activated with what profile, right?
Native config.
Yes,
Yes,
this,
Ravi.
then that application will become what, native what, native config server, right? So we can implement this one is what, based on the two way we can implement, guys. Okay, two way we can implement, right? So two location we can give what, two location recommended, right? Recommended, what is that? First we can give what, class path, where we can give that file now, in the class path also, right? Class path we can give what, in the class path, in the class path, right? In the class path is nothing but what? src, our project, right? src slash main, right? Main slash what is that? Resource, right? Or if we want to give any drive or any any local drive in our computer, right? So we will use what? File colon dot project location, project folder, right? Like what? For example, what? Just assume that, right? This file is there in the D drive, right? D drive, and nothing but what? System folder. Clear?
Yes, Ravi, clear.
Very clear.
So now, good guys. So last time our diagram is this one, right? This is the whenever we are implementing external configuration, right? External configuration, what we are doing now, this is the flow of what? Our external, this is the flow of our what? External configuration. But in this time, whenever we are implementing our what? Native config, right? We are doing the some modification in what? Config server. Clear?
Config server. Yes, Ravi.
Yeah, Ravi.
Okay, so now let's do the same thing. Can I do changes in the same project only? Come on, yaar. Give the responsibility.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Ravi.
Yes, Ravi, you
Yeah,
can do the
Yes,
same.
Ravi.
Because again, if we started to developing the same application only, I think it will take much time, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Not required, Ravi.
Question time, yes. Yeah, using previous
Same
project.
one.
Yes. So now let's modify it. So which one, where we will modify it now? Config project na. Some modification we will do in the config project, right?
Config line. Yeah, Ravi.
So first what we are
Yes,
going
sir.
to do now? Let's first do this one, right? Let's first do this one. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm opening our what? Let's stop all applications. Okay, good. So close everything, right? So we need to open what? Eureka, sorry, config server. So I'm opening now. Here already properties there na, guys. Come on.
Yeah, Ravi. Yes, Ravi.
So
There.
Yes, Ravi.
so
Yes,
here,
Ravi, there.
so but what I'm going to do now? I'm just going. I'm not doing any modification in this property, guys. Okay, let's this property also. Just I'm changing the name, right? Refactor, rename, right? Just old. I'm giving old property, right? I change it. Now let's create our own property. New file, application property. Application dot property finish. Yeah, this is created, right?
Yeah, Ravi.
So
Yes, Ravi.
here server dot port. Just I'm giving what? Port number. Let's give what is that? 9999, right? After then what?
Yeah.
I'm giving what? Spring dot application dot name, right?
Name.
Equal to, just give what is that? My
Config
project.
name.
Yeah, config server. Config server app, right? Unknown. Why this one is giving unknown?
Application spell mistake, Ravi. CATAON.
Perfect, right?
Yeah. Yes, Ravi.
application properties. So next what I given now, guys, next what I given now, I given we need to what? We need to what? Change profile as a native na, come on.
Yeah.
What key we will use it now? Is Spring profile active equal to native, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
Now let's make this one Spring dot what? Profile
Active.
dot active, right?
Active.
Make this one as what? Native.
Native.
Clear?
Yeah, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
Okay,
Yes.
so but the thing is, guys, the thing is how this one will work. We need to give what? Location also, right? So what we are going to do it now? Why the here red mark now? In the form dot.
Clean the project, Ravi.
Yes. Parent, something giving the problem. Or this one also removed from new version. I don't know because it's
No, maybe we have removed that
think-
application that properties
I-
earlier, right?
yeah,
We have
no,
modified to older
no,
properties.
it's gone.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you know, a 6 month, since 6 month before only I was doing some experiment on microservices. After then, just I'm directly teaching to you guys. Okay, nothing. I'm not reading any documentation. Also, directly I'm delivering the subject to you people based on my experiences only. Otherwise, I know that, right? This version is removed. This one is not there. We directly. So native, right? Spring dot profiles dot active, right? Clear. So now what I'm going to do now inside this resource only, right? What I'm going to do now, one folder I'm going to create it now, guys. Okay, one folder, right? So I'm giving the folder name what? Let's give what? My data. My data. This is the folder, right? Come on, yaar. Be active yourself.
Yes,
Yeah, Ravi.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So inside that what? Right click. Again, I'm creating one application dot property. Application dot property. Spelling is correct na, guys? A-double-P-L-A-I-S.
Yes, Ravi. Yeah, it's correct.
Now finish, right? Finish. Okay, we created now, guys. Okay, we created. So what I'm going to do now, just microservices controller, we wrote one like what? Same as we will change the value, right? So this is employee, right?
REST controller.
Yeah, this one, right? Just I'm opening the what we given the title, right? Give the
Yeah.
same here. Key give, because we need to change. If I change here also na in the applications also we need to change, right? TITLE title. Just we will change the value. So just I'm giving again Pushpendra. Last time we are getting what is that? Because when our application is hitting what? Git repository. What result we are getting now? Pushpendra, right?
Pushpendra. Yeah,
But
Ravi.
in this time,
Yeah.
in this time we are going to use a native, right? So now I'm using what here? Let's give another name. Today one person, what is your name? Now you just somebody asked, right? Question, what is your name? Binoda something you said, right?
Sandeep.
Sandeep. Okay, Sandeep. Let's give it today your name. Sandeep. Yes,
This is
AND. Yes.
microservice application or config server application we are updating?
In the this one, I'm updating in what? Config server.
Config server only, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
config
okay.
server. In the config server, we need to do this modification, right?
Yeah. Just exactly.
Yes.
I just confused with the application.
Yes, config server. I said that, right? In this time, we will do the modification in what? Config server. When I was explaining, right?
Yeah.
Here I said
the
that.
concept is clear.
Yes.
Yeah, just confused with the application name.
Yes. So Sandeep, here we made a what in this property Sandeep, right? So now